So today, guys, let's talk about silver. In order for silver to hit that point, and in order for gold to hit that point, means like, what would housing prices be like? Walk through the secret garden. It's the wall that I did. So we're gonna take a walk to the tree house. I got my own little private resort back here. Check out this rainbow eucalyptus tree. Little tree house action. So there goes the river. It's not as clear right now because the sun's not hitting. I was cutting the grass and doing some yard work, so I got the grapes on. It's a beautiful day. It's my backyard, guys. Private. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about silver, guys. So guys, let's talk today about gold and silver. I've been following gold and silver before the 2008 crisis. I read Robert Kiyosaki's book years ago, Peter Schiff's. I have How an Economy Grows and Why It Crashes. And I've been studying the economy for years, right? Studying money, because why work and then not know where it comes from, right? So I went down that rabbit hole many years ago, and understanding how the economy works and how money works helps you move around in a easier way, I guess, so you're not suffering. You know, why work a job and then deal with the inflation and yada yada yada. But with that being said, I invested in silver years ago. I think I invested I remember I used to follow Da Vinci. I don't know if you guys, I'm one of the old school, I follow a lot of the old school YouTubers. I remember I used to follow Silver Futurist, Da Vinci, when he was buying silver. This was before he even had the whole Bitcoin thing. So I was on YouTube, thinking when I was in my 20s, watching these guys. And I remember silver died down. I think it was 2009 and 10. Silver went up to 50. And then after that, it just dropped down. You know, throughout the years, it just kept on dropping. So I sold some silver when it was at $35. And I never bought again. Because, I was like, man, based on how things are, you heard everyone, silver should be at, $300 an ounce and gold should be at this. And I never saw that. So, I kind of got out of it. And then I started to invest in other things. And I went down that path, to create what you would say financial freedom, where you're not constantly working and you're letting your money work for you. And I'm not a financial advisor. This is what I've done. The best thing I could tell people is that you need to be aware and do things on your own. If you want to know how money works, you need to have an understanding, right? And the understanding comes from you doing it, right? Waking up every day and learning, right? And following the markets, following geopolitics, because that plays a role in, your money, your savings, or your cash flow from day to day, slave working, as they say. But yeah, guys, I got out of silver years ago, and I never really bought it. I have some silver laying around because I will give it to my kids. Hey, I teach them about this, and then based on what's been happening with the Bitcoin, I follow Bitcoin as well, guys. See, in the beginning, I didn't get into that. I think it was back in 2020. There was the whole NFT craze and the Bitcoin. I wasn't really into the whole Bitcoin NFT thing. I was just watching it, but I didn't really, put any money into that. I didn't start getting interested into Bitcoin till it hit the 100K. I was like, man, what's going on? And I started learning about Bitcoin. I started studying that and digital currency. But man, the past month, silver just bounced, to these all-time highs, that I've never seen. And I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna say that I'm upset with myself. But it's man, I talk so much about precious metals and just, not being invested in it as I was years ago. It's man, what's really going on now? Now I'm like the sheeple guys. Hey, what's really going on? And the state of our economy, we have the all-time high debt and inflation. It's just, guys, it's just crazy right now. There's a lot of these YouTubers out here, the Dave Ramsey. You have all these people out there just, what is it, the buy houses and flip them kind of people. I don't do none of that. I'm not a content creator, guys. If you look at my YouTube channel, guys, I have videos, like random videos, but that's me living, right? That's me being in different places. And I've never talked once about, oh, you know, buy a house here and sell here. I don't do that. I'm actually doing it. A lot of what you see on social media is just people trying to sell you a program, trying to sell you some nonsense. I'm actually living that, right? I'm living that lifestyle, but I'm not living the lifestyle that I'm trying to sell you. This is what I like. You know, if you're one of these spiritual hippies and you want to be living in the rainforest in the jungle, you should be doing that. But a lot of them, they don't, right? They'll talk about being spiritual and hippie like, and they live like in a condo, whatever. So, me, I never thought I'd be living in no damn jungle in the middle of nowhere in the rainforest. But look how quiet it is over here. All right, this is what I wake up to every morning. I don't have no, so what that means said is like seeing silver at an all-time high, guys. Seeing gold at an all-time high. Seeing all like this spending that we're doing, the taxation and all this nonsense. It's like, I feel like based on what I know and how things were in the past, silver should be higher, gold should be higher than what it is right now. And only time will tell for that, to tell people, hey, go put your money in gold, go put your money in silver right now. It's like one day silver could be, $700 an ounce. One day gold could be, $25,000 an ounce. But it's like I always tell people, you shouldn't want to get rich in gold and silver, because in order for silver to hit that point, and in order for gold to hit that point, means like, what would housing prices be like? What would food prices be like? What would gas prices be like, right? So that means that we would have like hyperinflation, right? So it's like you don't want to, you kind of wish for gold and silver to actually hit what it's worth. But at the same time, you don't want it to hit that, because then what does it mean? There's a ripple effect to that. It doesn't just mean like, okay, we're going to have all-time high gold and silver, and then we're going to have, the price of food and gas be still cheap. It doesn't work like that, right? Or maybe it does. Maybe you can have all this, like, maybe gold and silver will go to all-time highs and everything will be priced the same, just the ones that are holding that. I don't know. That's for you to go out there and then do your research and have an understanding of how things work, so you can, I guess, benefit from what's to come. And when I say, somebody might say, what do you mean benefit? That's a wrong thing to say. You're going to say that, there's going to be people suffering, and then there's people benefiting from the suffering. You're protecting yourself, right? You're surviving. So because other people don't want to survive, and other people want to spend their money buying frappuccinos and, buying, $800 pair of sneakers. It's like, you do what you want with your money. I do what I want with mine. And that's why I say, if you have an understanding of this, right, guys, then it's a benefit for you, right? It's not that, it's not right that someone else gets a benefit from it, because like I said, you can tell someone, hey, invest your money in, for the future, and they'll say, nah, I want to go on vacation. Okay, well, I told you. Now, because I'm doing good, like, Da Vinci, for example. I remember I used to watch Da Vinci, guys, and he was only investing in silver, and then he was getting out of silver because he's like, oh, there's no return on this. You have your money in something, and then you're losing value in it now. But look at him now. Now he has all the, he bought Bitcoin. He was telling people to buy Bitcoin, they didn't buy it. Like, whose fault is that? It's not anyone else. It's not his fault you didn't buy it. It's your fault. But you can only have an understanding of this. You should learn about this. You shouldn't be, just coming onto YouTube and just someone telling you, hey, buy this, buy that, and then you go buy it, and then you lose out on it because you don't know when to sell and you don't know when to buy. When to buy and sell is by you having an understanding of how it works, right? So if you want to understand how gold and silver works, learn about gold and silver. Learn why gold and silver has value. Learn, where does gold and silver come from? Why did we ever even use it as a currency? You need to have knowledge on this, guys, because when you have knowledge on this, right, it's going to change your life, because then you'll have understanding. I was thinking about making a video down there later on during the day, but my back kind of hurts. But that's for today's video, guys. If you guys want to see more of these videos, right? You guys want to hear me talk about stuff? Let me know in the comments below. I have another YouTube channel, but that one is I'm more on point of posting like art content, island content. So I don't want to put this kind of content on that channel. So I'm gonna put it on here and see how, if people start watching these videos and they like them, then I'll make more content on this channel from that. that's a video for today. If you guys want to see more of what I got going on back here on this property, and there's some big ass snakes back here, giant frogs, I'll post those too. I see something here. I'm like, it looks weird, it looks so out of place. And that's a snake, guys. Let me zoom in. Oh, look at that. That's crazy. Hell nah. I was like, that looks so weird. And they're just chilling there. Hey, you can see the rocks really good now. Look at that.